Come here. Hi, people. Um, we're continuing reading my cell biology life science in a nutshell notes. We have reached the part of learning about the cell cytoplasm. So we just learned that it contains organelles embedded inside the watery jelly-like substance called the cytoplasm. All the individual organelles within it, while they each have different purposes, but they all interact with one another, and we'll learn more specifically what each one does in subsequent videos. So again, the cytoplasm has a thing called streaming, cytoplasmic streaming. So this occurs when the myosin, which is a protein, aids in the movement. So the organelles which are coated with this protein myosin move along actin filaments in the cytoskeleton, causing the cytosol to move. So this streaming is dependent upon intracellular pH and temperature. And this is shown the inside of the cell in 3D. The optimal pH at which cytoplasmic streaming is highest is achieved at neutral pH and decreases at both low and high pH. Cytoplasmic flow rates can change between 1 and 100 microns per second. There is enhanced nutrient transport and better growth with more cytoplasmic streaming due to enhanced nutrient transport. By diffusion, their cells also have a storage vacuole, bigger in plant cells than animal cells. And in plant cells, you also have photosynthesis. So the photosynthetic efficiency of chloroplasts also increases with increased cytoplasmic flow rates. So myosin filaments connect the cell organelles to the actin filaments. So these actin filaments are attached to chloroplasts and membranes and all the different organelles. Ruben's gonna help us read. Say hello.
Hello.
So next we're gonna learn about the nucleus, which is the most biggest, largest part, most prominent part of the cell. So go ahead. Nucleus.
Right there. Nucleus is an enclosed structure containing genetic material directing activities of cells. And therefore organisms. The nucleus looks like a guava. Genetic material inside nuclei contain the codes for how cells should function. Example, in bacteria, the genetic material is a single molecule suspended in the cytoplasm.
That's an example.
This is called
a prokaryotic cell.
Eukaryotic.
Prokaryotic.
Yeah, prokaryotic. And other cells where genes are within a nucleus, a structure separating this material from the rest of the cell. This is called eukaryotic. All plant and animal cells are eukaryotic.
So the presence of a nucleus distinguishes the eukaryotic cells of multicellular organisms, whether they be plants or animals, from the prokaryotic, which are one-celled organisms such as bacteria. In contrast to higher organisms, prokaryotes do not have a nuclei. Their DNA is maintained in the same compartment as their other cellular components. Okay.
Each subset of a DNA chain, called a gene, codes for the construction of a specific protein out of a chain of amino acids. Information in DNA is not decoded directly into proteins. However, first it is transcribed or copied into a range of messenger ribonucleic acid mRNA molecules, each of which encodes the information for one protein or more than one protein. In bacteria, the mRNA molecules are then transported through the nuclei envelope into the cytoplasm, where they are translated, serving as templates for the synthesis of specific proteins. The nucleus must not only synthesize the mRNA for many thousands of proteins, but it must also regulate the amount synthesized and supplied to the
Cytoplasm. Furthermore, the amounts of each type of mRNA supplied to the cytoplasm must be regulated differently in each type of cell. In addition to mRNA, the nucleus synthesizes and exports other classes of RNA involved in the mechanisms of protein synthesis. Here the figure is showing the cell nucleus, which is consists of obviously chromosomes, the nucleolus, which has the dense DNA material, um, especially when the cell is in an interphase or in the resting cycle. And then we have a nuclear envelope, the nuclear pores, where molecules can cross through. Okay, chromatin. So there's different densities of chromosome DNA or genetic material depending on which phase of the cell cycle the cell is in. Note, the spherical nucleus occupies about 10% of a cell's volume, making it the cell's most prominent feature. Most of the nuclear material consists of chromatin, the unstructured form of the cell's DNA that will organize to form chromosomes during mitosis or cell division. Also inside the nucleus is the nucleolus, an organelle that synthesizes protein-producing macromolecular assemblies like ribosomes. The nucleus of the average human cell is only 6 micrometers, 6 times 10 to the negative 6 meters in diameter, yet it contains about 1.8 meters of DNA. This is distributed among 46 chromosomes. Each consists of a single DNA molecule about 40 millimeters or 1.5 inches long. So each DNA molecule or chromosome. The extraordinary packaging problem this poses can be envisaged by a scale model enlarged a million times. On this scale, a DNA molecule would be a thin string, 2 millimeters thick, and the average chromosome would contain 40 kilometers or 25 miles of DNA. So if each one is 2 millimeters thick, so it's like a model. With a diameter of only 6 meters, the nucleus would contain 1.8 kilometers of DNA. So this is a diagram showing the DNA. You have histones, proteins, which wrap around, making or they help compact DNA material. So we'll continue with this in the next video. Thank you. Bye.